Hello sweet team, welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. I am so excited to be sharing with you my homemade yogurt from scratch. Yes, we are not using store-bought yogurt. We are making our own starter from beginning to the end. So let's get right into this recipe because we have a long way to go. I'll begin by bringing this milk to a boil. Once it boils, I'm going to allow it cool down to about 110 degrees. Okay, so here you will be needing some chili peppers, and these are the types that I found. You want to make sure that the stem is on it because it'll help us make our starter. It doesn't have to look just like this, but any type of chili pepper will do. Just make sure that it has the stem on it. So I just placed it in a bowl and I'm going to add some of the milk to it. Then I'll go ahead and cover it up and I'll leave it in a warm place for about 12 to 24 hours. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to keep this in my oven with the lights on. So this is about 20 hours into it and I'm going to check it. It is looking good, so I'm just going to take out the chili peppers. And this is our starter. This is what it looks like. It looks like it's yogurt, only it smells and tastes like chili peppers. So we're going to use it to make our first batch of yogurt. Now I'm pouring milk into my pot right here, and you want to use a heavy bottom pot. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a boil. Now you can stir it or not. If you don't stir it, you may be left with residues from the milk scorching. Okay, so keep that in mind. You may or may not, but even if that happens, you may strain your milk to get rid of that. Okay, so now that my milk have come to a boil, you can see the steam and the bubbles on top. I'll turn the heat off, place it in a ice water bath, stir, and this should bring it to the right temperature within about 5 minutes. Okay, so I just keep stirring and checking the temperature. You may use a thermometer, but I use my hand to check it to ensure that it's at the right temperature. As long as it doesn't burn you, it is ready. Okay, at this point my milk is at the right temperature, which is about 110 to 120 degrees. So I'll scoop some into my yogurt starter, mix it well, then I'll go ahead and pour it into my milk. I'll mix everything well and I'll cover it up and place it in my oven with the lights on, and I'll go to sleep. Yes, yo, I'll just place it in the oven overnight, which should be about 8 hours undisturbed. It's always better to make your yogurt at night because you do not stand a chance of anybody turning the oven on or moving it around. Okay, so yeah, if you choose to use store-bought yogurt to make this, ensure that it's plain with no flavors and have active live cultures in it. Okay, good morning everyone. This is the next day. Let's check on our yogurt. It looks good, so I'm just going to scoop some to check. It is just perfect. Our yogurt is nice and ready, and it was in my oven with the lights on for about 8 hours. Yes, so as y'all can see, it is looking nice. It's looking creamy with a slight chili pepper flavor. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't smell like chili pepper. It just have a little taste. It's not even spicy at all. So what we're gonna do is to scoop some and use it in our next batch, which should be perfect. For the second batch, I'm just going to follow the same process in heating up my milk. Only this time I will not be cooling it off in an ice water bath. So you may use a thermometer to check the temperature, but I just put some in my palm, and if it's too hot for my palm to handle, it means it is at the temperature that I'm going for. And when cooling it off, I do the same thing. If my palm can handle it, then it is at the temperature that I'm going for. So you may use a thermometer, heat your milk up to about 200 degrees, and then cool it off to about 110 to 120 degrees before adding your yogurt starter to your milk. Now that I have my milk to the right temperature, I'll allow it to begin cooling down. But as it cools, I have to be stirring it periodically to keep a thin film from forming on top of it. That will take away from the richness of your milk, and you do not want that, because if that forms, you may want to get rid of it, and that's all fat that you need in your milk to give you a nice creamy yogurt. You may be wondering, why do I have to heat up my milk only to cool it back down? The purpose of that is to kill any bacteria that is in your milk so that it will not disturb your yogurt making process. All right, let's do our final palm check, and our milk is at the right temperature. So using some of my previous yogurt, I'm going to add some of the milk into it, stir it very well, pour it into my milk, stir everything together until it is well incorporated. Place it in my oven overnight, and we will have our final yogurt tomorrow. It's another beautiful morning and our yogurt is ready. Now this right here looks amazing. You will not smell nor taste any chili pepper flavor. This is perfect. But don't forget to save some for your next batch of yogurt. Don't jump too into it and finish it up without saving some. So I'm just going to store it in some airtight containers. Keep it in my refrigerator, and once it goes in the refrigerator, it gets even thicker. So yeah, it's a win-win situation. We didn't even have to buy a starter, and we have our homemade yogurt. I sure hope you will try this recipe and let me know how yours comes out. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up, share and subscribe if you have not done that yet. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. Thank you so much for subscribing. And to the sweet team, I love you all so much. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke unamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.